Today I am going to teach lesson number 3, mineral and power resources. Number 1, a natural occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition is a mineral. Number 2, minerals are not evenly distributed over space. 3, they are concentrated in a particular area of rock formations. Fourth, some minerals are the Arctic ocean bed and the Antarctic ocean bed. Minerals. Fifth, minerals are found in different types of geological environment under the varying condition. Varying means different conditions. Sixth, they are created by natural process without any human interference. Seventh, they can be identified on the basis of their physical properties such as color, density, hardness, and chemical properties such as solubility. Do you know the salt in your food and graphite in your pencils are also minerals? Types of minerals. There are over 3000 different minerals on the basis of composition. Minerals are classified mainly as metallic and non-metallic minerals. See in figure 3.2. Classification of mineral. Metallic, with ferrous and non-ferrous, and minerals non-metallic. Number 1. Metallic. Minerals contain metal in raw form. Metal are hard substances that conduct heat and electricity and have a characteristic. Characteristic means special feature with luster or shine. Iron ore, bauxite, manganese ore are some examples. Metallic minerals may be ferrous or non-ferrous. Now, number 1. Ferrous. Minerals like iron ore, manganese, chromite contain iron, and a non-ferrous mineral does not contain iron but may contain some other metals such as gold, silver, copper or lead. And please write this table 3.2 classification of minerals in your classwork. Now we are going to discuss about the non-metallic minerals. Non-metallic minerals do not contain metals. Limestone, mica and gypsum are example of such minerals. The mineral fuel like coal and petroleum are also non-metallic minerals. Number 3, minerals can be extracted by mining. Number 2, by drilling, or third, by quarrying. See in the figure 3.3, extraction of mineral. Number 1, mining, drilling, quarrying. In mining we will see two types of mining. One is open cast mining, second is shaft mining. Please draw this table in your classwork. Now, the process of taking out minerals from rocks buried under the earth's surface is called mining. Minerals that lie at a shallow depths are taken out by removing the surface layer. This is known as open cast mining. Deep bores are called shafts, have to be made to reach mineral deposits that lie at greater depths. This is called shaft mining. Petroleum and natural gas occur far below the earth's surface. Deep wells are bored to take them out. This is called drilling. Minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug out by the process known as quarrying. Economic activities of extracting valuable minerals from the earth. Minerals. How they are formed in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Mineral occur in different types of rocks. Some are found in igneous rocks, some in metamorphic rocks, while other rocks in a sedimentary rocks, which we have discussed last year. The material which is deposited layer upon layer into sediment is called sedimentary rocks. Generally, metallic minerals are found in igneous and metamorphic rock formation that form large plateaus. Iron ore in North Sweden, copper and nickel deposit in Ontario, Canada, iron, nickel, chromites, and platinum in South Africa are examples of mineral found in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Now we'll see about sedimentary rocks formation. Sedimentary rock formations of plains are young fold mountains which are formed just now. Young fold mountains means which are newly formed. Contain non-metallic minerals like limestone. Limestone deposits of Caucasus region of France, number 2 manganese deposits of Georgia and Ukraine, and 3 phosphate beds of Algeria are some examples. Minerals. Fourth, mineral fuel such as coal and petroleum are also found in sedimentary rocks. Now we are going to see the map of world distribution of iron, copper and bauxite. Please show the following minerals, that is iron, copper, bauxite, with different sign and symbol in your map book. Now in Asia, China and India have large iron ore deposits. The continent produces more than half of the world's. China, Malaysia and Indonesia are among the world's leading tin producers. China also leads in production of lead, antimony and tungsten. Asia also has a large deposit of manganese, bauxite, nickel, zinc and copper. Now in Europe is the leading producer of iron ore in the world. The other countries with large deposits of iron ore are Russia, places like Ukraine, Sweden and France. Russia, Ukraine, Sweden and France. Mineral deposits of copper, lead, zinc, manganese and nickel are found in Eastern Europe and European Russia. In North America, the mineral deposits in North America are located in 3 zones. First, the Canadian region of north of the Great Lakes. 2, the Appalachian region and the mountain regions of the west. Iron ore, nickel, gold, uranium and copper are mined in the Canadian Shield region. Coal in the Appalachian region, Western Cordilleras, have a vast deposits of lead, zinc, gold and silver. Do you know Switzerland has no known mineral deposit in it? In your map book, please show the world distribution of mineral oil and coal with different signs and symbol in your map book. Please read it very carefully and show it. In South America, Brazil is the largest producer of high-grade iron ore in the world. Chile and Peru are leading producers of copper. Brazil and Bolivia are among the world's largest producer of tin. South America also has a large deposits of gold, silver, zinc, chromium, manganese, bauxite, mica, platinum, asbestos and diamond. Mineral oil is found in Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, Peru and Colombia. Second, Africa. It is rich in mineral resources. World largest producers of diamond, gold and platinum. South Africa, Zimbabwe and Zaire produce a large portion of the world's gold. The other minerals found in Africa are copper, iron ore, chromium, uranium, cobalt and bauxite. Oil is found in Nigeria, Libya and Angola. Do you know a green diamond is the rarest diamond? The oldest rock in the world are in the Western Australia. They date from 4,300 million years ago, only 300 million years after the Earth was formed. Australia is the largest producer of bauxite in the world. It is leading producer of gold, diamond, iron ore, tin and nickel. It is also rich in copper, lead, zinc and manganese. Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie areas of Western Australia have the largest deposits of gold. Lastly, we are going to see in our Antarctica. The geology of the Antarctica is sufficiently well known to predict the existence of a variety of mineral deposits. Some probably large, significant size of deposits of coal in Transantarctic Mountain and iron near the Prince Charles Mountains of East Antarctica is forecasted. Iron ore, gold, silver, and oil are also present in commercial quantities. Minerals which we are going to see, that is iron, bauxite. Distribution of mineral in India. Number 1, iron. India has a deposits of high grade iron ore. This mineral is found mainly in Jharkhand, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Goa, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Number 2, bauxite. Major bauxite producing areas are Jharkhand, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Mica. Mica deposits mainly occur in Jharkhand, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan. India is the largest producer and exporter of mica in the world. Fourth, copper. It is mainly produced in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Fifth, manganese. India's manganese deposits lie in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Sixth, limestone. Major limestone producing states in India are Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. Seventh, that is gold. Kolar in Karnataka has deposits of gold in India. These minerals are among the deepest in the world, which makes mining of this ore a very expensive process. Eighth, salt. It is obtained from seas, lakes and rocks. India is one of the world's leading producers of and exporters of salt. In figure 3.7 we will see quarrying of limestone, and figure 3.8 extraction of salt from Sambar Lake in Rajasthan. Uses of minerals. Minerals are used in many industries. Minerals which are used for gems are usually hard. These are then set in various styles for jewelry. Copper is another metal used in everything from coins to pipes. Silicon used in the computer industry is obtained from quartz. Aluminium obtained from its ore. Bauxite is used in automobiles and airplanes, bottling industries, building and even in kitchen cookware. Lastly, we are going to see about the conservation of all these minerals. Minerals, as we know, they are non-renewable resource. It takes them thousands of years for their formations, should be used very carefully. And concentration of minerals. The rate for formation is much smaller than the rate at which the human consume these minerals. It is necessary to reduce in the process of mining. Recycling of metal is another way in which the mineral resources can be conserved. Let's do list uses of any few minerals in your classwork. Now see the figure of minerals. These are the three important R. Number 1 is reduce. Number 2 is recycle. And number 3 is reuse. How we should use these minerals very carefully. This shows power or energy plays a vital role, different role in our lives. We also need power for industries, agriculture, transport, communication and defense. Power resources may be broadly categorized as conventional and non-conventional resources. Figure 3.9 National Power Grid to supply electricity. Grid means electricity from large power plants. It's transmitted through a network of power lines. Please complete figure 3.10 conventional sources of energy in your classwork related with natural gas, advantages, disadvantages. Oil, firewood, coal, hydropower. These are conventional sources of energy. Please write all this table of advantages and disadvantages in your classwork. We'll see about conventional source. Conventional sources of energy are those which have been in common use for a long time. Number one, firewood, and second, fossil fuels. These are the two main conventional energy sources which are non-renewable and expensive. First is firewood. It is widely used for cooking and heating. In our country, more than 50% of the energy used by the villagers come from firewood. Second, we are going to see about the fossil fuels. Remains of plants and animals which are buried under the earth for millions of years got converted by the heat and pressure into fossil fuels. Fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas are the main sources of conventional energy. The reserves of these minerals are limited. The rate at which the growing world population is consuming them is far greater than the rate of their formation. So, these are likely to be exhausted very soon. Coal is the most abundantly found in fossil fuels. It is used as a domestic fuel in industries such as iron and steel, steam engines, and to generate electricity. As we have discussed about grid, electricity from coal is called thermal power. The coal which are using today was formed millions of years ago when giant ferns and swamps got buried under the layers of the earth. Coal is therefore referred to as buried sunshine. The leading coal producers of the world are China, USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa, and France. The coal producing areas of India are Raniganj, Jharia, Dhanbad, and Bokaro in Jharkhand. Most industries are concentrated around coal mines. Petroleum. The petrol that keeps your car running as well as the oil that keeps your cycle from squeaking both begin as thick black liquid called petroleum. It is found between the layers of rocks and is drilled from oil fields located in offshore and coastal areas. 2. This is then sent to the refineries which process the crude oil and produce a variety of products like diesel, petrol, kerosene, wax, plastic, and lubricants. Petroleum and its derivatives are called black gold. As they are very valuable, the cheap petroleum producing countries are Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. The other major producers are USA, Russia, Venezuela, and Algeria. The leading producer in India are Digboi in Assam, Bombay High in Mumbai, and the deltas of Krishna and Godavari rivers. Nowadays, petroleum is a major source of energy in the world. Word origin. The petroleum is derived from the Latin word petra, meaning rock, oleum, meaning oil. So, petroleum means rock oil. Natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. Russia, Norway, UK, and Netherlands are the major producers of natural gas. Do you know? Compressed natural gas CNG is a popular eco-friendly automobile fuel as it causes less pollution than petroleum and diesel. In India, Jaisalmer, Krishna Godavari Delta, Tripura, and some areas offshore in Mumbai have a natural gas resources. Very few countries in the world have sufficient natural gas reserves of their own. Actually, it is exhaustible resources. Number 1. The sharp increase in our consumption of fossil fuels had led to their depletion at alarming rate. Number 2. The toxic pollutants released from burning these fuels are also cause for concern. Number 3, unchecked burning of fossil fuel is like an unchecked dripping tap which will uneventually run dry. This has led to the tapping of various non-conventional sources of energy that are cleaner alternatives to fossil fuels. Now, do you know Norway was the first country in the world to develop hydroelectricity? Now we are going to see about hydropower. Rainwater or river water stored in dams is made to fall from heights. The falling water flows through pipes inside the dam over turbine blades placed at the bottom of the dam. The moving blades then turn the generator to produce electricity. This is called hydroelectricity, different from thermal electricity. The water discharge after the generation of electricity is used for irrigation. 1/4 of the world's electricity is produced by hydropower. The leading producers of hydropower in the world are Paraguay, Norway, Brazil, and now please see figure 3.14 hydropower. Draw and label it properly in your classwork. Norway, Brazil and China. Some important hydropower stations in India are Bhakra Nangal, Gandhi Sagar, Nagarjuna Sagar and Damodar Valley projects. They may be called as multi-purpose projects. Now see the figure. Salal Hydroelectric Project, Jammu and Kashmir. While building these dams, we have to see some environmental aspects. To build this dam, we have to see some environmental aspect that it should not damage the other areas. About non-conventional sources of energy. Number 1, the increasing use of fossil fuel is leading to its shortage. Number 2, it is estimated that if the present rate of consumption continues, the reserves of this fuel will get exhausted. Number 3, moreover, their use also cause environmental pollution. Therefore, there is need for using non-conventional sources such as number 1, solar energy, number 2, wind energy, third, tidal energy, which are renewable. Solar energy. So sun's heat and light energy can felt by us every day. Solar energy trapped from the sun can be used. Now please see this figure. Figure 3.16, non-conventional sources of energy. Write this table of advantages and disadvantages in your classwork. Number 1 is wind energy. Number 2, solar energy. Number 3, tidal energy with advantages and disadvantages. Second is non-conventional sources of energy. Number 1, nuclear energy. Number 2, biogas energy, biogas. Third is geothermal energy, advantages and disadvantages. Solar energy trapped from the sun can be used in solar cell to produce electricity. Many of these cells are joined into solar panels to generate power for heating and lighting purposes. The technology of utilizing solar energy benefits a lot of tropical countries that are blessed with abundant sunshine. Solar energy is also used in heaters, solar cookers, solar dryers, beside being used for community lighting and traffic signals. Example, we see in Shirdi, Mega Kitchen, food served for pilgrims is from solar energy, is free of cost and does not cause any pollution and is also less expensive. Do you know the site of the world's first solar and wind powered bus shelter is in Scotland? Wind energy. Wind is an inexhaustible source of energy. Windmills have been used for grinding grains and lifting water since time immemorial. In modern time, windmills, the high speed wind rotates the windmills which is connected to generate to produce electricity. Wind farms having clusters of such winds are located in coastal region and in mountain passes where strong and steady winds blow. Wind farms are found in Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, UK, USA and Spain are noted for their wind energy production. Third is nuclear power. Nuclear power is obtained from energy stored in the nuclei of atoms of naturally occurring radioactive elements like uranium and thorium. These fuels undergo nuclear fission in nuclear reactors and emit power. The greatest producers of nuclear power are USA and Europe. In India, Rajasthan and Jharkhand have large deposits of uranium. Thorium is found in large quantities in the monazite sands of Kerala, the nuclear power station in India. The nuclear power stations in India are located in Kalpakam in Tamil Nadu, Tarapur in Maharashtra, Rana Pratap Sagar near Kota in Rajasthan, Narora in Uttar Pradesh, and Kaiga in Karnataka. See the below figure 3.19. Draw this figure of nuclear energy neatly and please label it. Geothermal energy. Heat obtained from the earth is called geothermal energy. The temperature in the interior of the earth rises steadily as we go deeper. Sometimes this heat energy may surface itself in the form of hot springs. This energy can be used to generate power. Geothermal energy in the form of hot springs has been used for cooking, heating and bathing for several. Now see figure of geothermal energy in Manikarni. B figure cooking food with the help of geothermal energy. Example we will see in holy sacred places in Uttarakhand also you will find people taking holy dip in hot spring to avoid skin diseases also. Last, please draw the picture of 3.21 geothermal energy in your classwork and label it properly. Geothermal energy in the form of hot spring has been used for cooking, heating and bathing for several years. USA has the world's largest geothermal power plants followed by New Zealand, Iceland, Philippines and Central America. In India, geothermal plants are located in Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and Puga Valley in Ladakh. Fifth, we are going to discuss about tidal energy. Energy generated from tides is called tidal energy. Tidal energy can be harnessed by building dams at narrow opening of the sea. During high tide, the energy of the tides is used to turn the turbines installed in the dam to produce electricity. Russia, France and the Gulf of Kutch in India have a huge tidal mill farms. Please draw the figure 3.22 tidal energy in your class. Label it properly. Sixth, we are going to discuss about biogas, especially in rural areas, which prevents the loss of trees. Biogas, organic waste such as dead plant and animal material, animal dung, and kitchen waste can be converted into a gaseous fuel called biogas. The organic waste is decomposed by bacteria in biogas digesters to emit biogas, which is essentially a mixture of methane and carbon dioxide. Biogas is an excellent fuel for cooking and lighting and produces huge amount of organic manure each year. Energy is everywhere, but we can see that harnessing this energy is both difficult as well as costly. Number 1. Each one of us can make a difference by not wasting energy. Number 2, energy saved is energy generated. Number 3, act now and make brighter energy future. Lastly, it is inexhaustible. We must conserve the conventional power resources as they are limited in nature. We must promote the use of alternative sources and of power. See the figure 3.23, biogas. Please draw this figure and label it properly in your class.